Today, I'm going to review all 3 Paranormal Activity movies. So, let's begin.
Did you hear that?
And there's only one way to see it. Paranormal Activity, the chronology.
Hello people, JRD106 here back again with another video, and this is going to be my review of the Paranormal Activity trilogy, the chronology, let's just say. So, overall, I liked all 3, so let's start with the very first Paranormal Activity ever made.
What's happening to me?
This thing left a message.
If it's not a ghost, what is it?
So, overall, I thought that the ending was brilliant. If you have not seen Paranormal Activity as of yet, which I think everybody would have done that, then you should stop watching this video. So what happens is, at the end of night 21, Katie gets up, stares at Mika for 2 hours straight. She walks down the stairs, and then she lets out a scream. Mika runs downstairs, saying, "What's the matter, Katie?" And then there's like a sound of a struggle, Mika crying out in pain. You hear footsteps, a little bit of silence, then footsteps. Then you see Mika's body being hurled at the camera, which terrified the hell out of me. Oh my god, I was shaking literally after that moment. Then you see Katie in the doorway, walks slowly to his body. She crouches down, she sniffs him, which that is so fucking weird. Evidently was murdered. Then she does this. She slowly looks up at the camera. She comes up to the camera with a slight smile. Then she lunges at the camera with a demonic look, appearance. Her face starts changing into a demon. So, Paranormal Activity was good. Even though it was the first one, I never seen the first one, ever. So, let's move on with the second installment, Paranormal Activity 2. This one was good. Since I watched it a lot after that live reactions of me watching it, because most people were watching it and putting it on YouTube to do live reactions of. And I thought, you know what, let me do that. So that's why I made it in the first place, because many people were doing it, so why can't I? So Paranormal Activity 2 was brilliant as well. Connecting the stories, that's good. That's how you can make billions of dollars. Connect the stories of Paranormal Activity 1 and 2 and form them into one so you can understand why. So this focuses on Christy, Katie's sister. Katie was mentioned Christy in the first movie when she was talking to the psychic. And that's all you hear. But in the second one, it involves a baby. Hunter, the baby. The little boy. And I don't understand why is the demon after the baby? Until when they explain that when Ellie's looking up online, the daughter, the little girl, was looking up on the web saying, and it said that if someone makes a deal with the demon for wealth and power, they must forfeit their firstborn male. They will follow their brood until the infant of its soul is or the soul of its infant is collected. Let's just say. So, overall, the ending was kind of cool because you didn't expect her to come up there. So, the day after Katie killed Mika in the first one, she breaks into Daniel and Christy Ray's home. Then, she slowly sneaks up behind Daniel, who's on the couch watching TV. Then, what happens is, she snaps his neck, like that. Then she goes upstairs, where Christy is with Hunter. She walks into the room, and then Christy gets, Katie punches her in the air, launches her in the air. Her head smacks against the camera. She falls down with Hunter in her arms. Then she crouches down and grabs Hunter and then walks out of the room, when his cries turn into laughter. Then Ellie, who was not there at the time, returned from her school trip to find their bodies on October 12th, the day after Mika's body was discovered, and their whereabouts remained unknown. So overall, I thought it was good. So 9 out of 10. Paranormal Activity 1, 9.5. So, with 2 movies down, let's continue on with Paranormal Activity 3.
Did you hear that?
It's okay.
It was scared.
We're getting out of here. Just get in the car and drive.
So, Paranormal Activity 3 was good. You knew that they were going to make another one based on what Katie said in her infamous speech on night 17 before the kitchen scene. Whatever it was, it thrived on fear. The more we paid attention to it, the worse it got. So, this focuses on Christy and Katie when they were kids, when they were little girls. And then it follows that, starts to haunt them for the first time in their lives. And it's going crazy. I thought that the actress who played Christy, Jessica Brown, was adorable. She looked like my cousin Alexa, believe it or not. She kind of did, in a way. But it really did explain a lot. But it didn't. What I didn't like about this one was, in the trailer, as you saw earlier, you saw the house getting caught on fire, which has been mentioned so many times in the other two films. It was shown in the trailer, but it was not in the movie. What the hell? Most of the footage that we saw in the trailer, was not in the movie. So, Paranormal Activity 3 was brilliant, and it was good to explain the origins. It's basically like the origin story of Katie and Christy. So, let me talk about the ending. If you did not watch Paranormal Activity 3, I consider yourselves warned. Turn off this video now. So what happens is, Christy calls the demon Toby. So Toby wants Christy to make them go to their grandmother's house and for something, and then they make them leave by dropping all those things in the kitchen from the ceiling. So they go to the grandmother's house. So they sleep. So Julie hears something. She goes downstairs, and when she doesn't return, what's his name? Dennis. That's his name. Dennis. He goes downstairs for concern. He looks all over the place, and then he finds old women, old people, and it's kind of like a witch. I call them witches, basically. And he locks all the doors, and then he looks up at the stairs. Julie's at the top of the stairs. She's levitating unconscious. Her body gets thrown at Dennis. They fall, tumble down the stairs. And after hiding in a closet with Christy, with the demon trying to get in, they find a fire outside, like a bonfire, circling on a bonfire, the witches. And then they turn around and they see Katie crouching near the stairs near Julie's body, crying. Dennis slowly approaches her. As he touches her, she snarls with this demonic roar that throws him across the room, injuring his leg. So he crawls to Julie's body. The grandmother stands on top, walks in front of him. Some unknown force puts him down. Then his body is violently contorted and he snaps backwards. His spine goes the other way, bends the other way, and you're not supposed to do that. So they go upstairs after killing Dennis. So Christy calls out for Toby. They go upstairs, and the video starts to become static, and the footage abruptly ends, and that's the end of the film. So Paranormal Activity 3, I give it an 8 out of 10. Paranormal Activity, 9.5 out of 10. And Paranormal Activity 2, a 9 out of 10. These movies were brilliant, and I cannot wait for the next movie, Paranormal Activity 4.
Front door open. Back door open.
Alex, what's going on?
Which takes place 5 years after the events of Paranormal Activity 1 and 2. So Katie and Hunter have been missing for 5 years. Alice is a little girl, a blonde girl, and she's been hearing noises lately ever since the new neighbors moved in, which is Katie and Hunter. So how the hell did Katie and Hunter hide from the police for 5 years? So cannot wait for Paranormal Activity 4. I cannot wait for this. This is going to be a good movie, and I'm going to do something for you. Since people like to go to the movie theater and film themselves watching the film, like someone did for Paranormal Activity 3, I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do the midnight screening. If I can't do the midnight screening, then I'll do it later in the day. And the problem is, if I go to the midnight screening, I cannot. I'm going to be so tired for school, which starts September 4th, and I'm not going to be able to go to work at Friendly's as a dishwasher. I'm going to be so tired. I can't do anything. Well, the Friendly's part, I don't know if I'm going to work Friday that day. I'm still in training. So that is it on the chronology review. So until next time, guys, JRDO96 signing out. See you guys later. I'll take hold of